I'm actually from County Louth, but I'm delighted to be here in County Meath. I married a woman from County Meath, if that helps. No, Enterprise Ireland is involved with food companies at various stages of their development. And I suppose in terms of today's, or the theme for today, the global food market, I think the emphasis of companies that we work with really is in terms of exporting. That is getting their product off the island of Ireland and finding markets abroad. And we have a number of ways that we actually support projects and promoters. Generally, the main way that a promoter or a project would come into us is through a feasibility study. And that is where we would support a promoter to look at their product, to look at the market in a very general way, and come back to us with a business proposition. And from that, then, we would assess that particular project, and we may or may not fund it, as the case may be. But Ola mentioned the FoodWorks programme, and that's very specific to food projects. And FoodWorks is a programme that's run in conjunction with Bord Bia and Teagasc. So there are, I suppose, three elements to it. There is the consumer need. In other words, what does the consumer want, or what are the needs out there of the consumers? And that is mainly driven by Bord Bia and all the information and personnel and offices abroad that they have. So they would drive that aspect of looking at your project. In terms of what is technically feasible, Teagasc run with that. So they have access to laboratories and to food scientists throughout the country, mainly in Dublin and down south as well. And then Enterprise Ireland come in and look at the business aspect of it, what makes sense from a business proposition and how to access funds. And we not only may we invest in a particular company, but we could also put you in touch with other potential investors through various networks that we're connected into. So the FoodWorks programme runs once a year. The bad news is that the closing date for this year's project is actually at 5 o'clock today. So if you're interested, the good news is that because of the Meath Enterprise Show, it has been extended until lunchtime tomorrow. So if anybody is interested in finding out about the FoodWorks programme and applying for it, there's some information on the Enterprise Ireland stand in the next room, and the contact details, and it's a web-based application, an email application, so that's there for anyone that's interested. Just very briefly, because I know another closing date we have, and I suppose a sort of objective of this week has been promoting female entrepreneurs. So there's another fund that's currently open for female entrepreneurs, and that's called a Competitive Start Fund. And that is where Enterprise Ireland, if there's a particular business run by a female entrepreneur that has the potential to scale up, and by that we mean have 10 jobs within 3 years and $1 million in turnover and is export orientated, there's a fund now currently open. And that is where we, Enterprise Ireland, would invest €50,000 in a company to help get it to the next stage or next level. This is for very young companies, for new promoters or companies less than 1 year old. So it's quite attractive. Again, there are conditions that do apply to it. It is competitive, as the name suggests. And again, details are out on the stand next door on the Enterprise Ireland stand. So, I mean, there's a whole broad range of supports and accelerators that we give to companies. And time at this stage is limited, but I'd be happy to go into any of them during the discussions. Thank you very much.